What up guys, Anthony Cordova here, aka DJ and Funk, and I'm bringing you some footage on this 1958 Impala Convertible. We are gonna do a refresh on the restore on this thing. It looks pretty good, but it's an older restoration and it does have some rust spots coming through. Here you can see on the doors and on the quarter panels up here on top. There's also some rust coming through here. You can see that. So the owner wants to go ahead and strip it down and start over again. Go through all the interior, go through the motor, suspension, just look over everything. Like I said, it's an older restoration. Nice car, but definitely needs a refresh if you want something really, really nice. It's got the 283 in it, old school generator. Yeah, just a nice car. I think we're going the same color, back to the same original color, which is this yellowish green color. It's got the fifth wheel kit on it. Had skirts, I took them off already. So yeah, keep you updated on this thing and the progress. So far I've gotten the radiator out, got most of the upper motor accessories off except for maybe a hose, and get that generator and power steering pump off. Should be able to get the motor out today, motor and tranny out, and pull this front end off, or most likely the bumper and the grill and maybe the whole front end today. So keep you updated on that, and thanks for looking. Thanks, like and subscribe. All right, peace. What's up guys, so as you see, the motor and tranny are out. Got that all done today. Wasn't able to get the front end off, but we'll tackle that tomorrow and start taking the trim off, get this thing disassembled. Motor and tranny sitting over here. I'm not sure if we're gonna do upgrades on this thing or not. Up to the owner. We haven't really talked about it yet, but we're gonna keep it pretty original. It's got the 283 with the power glide in it, the old style power glide, and it's out. So that part's done. We'll get this thing stripped down to the short block and send it off to the machine shop to get machined and balanced, and then bring it back, put it back together, paint it, and put it back in. But there it is, and so that's done. So stay tuned for the next update. Peace. Day 3, really day 2, complete days. Started on 3 days ago, but only got a half day in because I was putting together racks and other stuff to store some of these parts for this car. I just realized how hard it is to get a freaking fifth wheel tire out. If you really in the 50s had to change your spare tire and had a fifth wheel to do it, how the hell? So hard. I mean, without scratching all the paint and everything, that must have been a hell of a time back in those days. But anyway, getting the fifth wheel off, getting the rear bumper. I was gonna start on the front bumper and do the front end, but the sun's beaming in. It's 105 today, or 104. So we're gonna start with the back bumper and start getting these body parts off and get the tail lights and get the back bumper off and start getting all these body parts off. The trim off, find a place to do all the stainless and all the bright work and send that stuff off. Send the motor off to get done. It's over there. And yeah, so we're still in disassembly, but it's coming along. So we're missing the key for the trunk, so we ended up going to the front. Now we got the bumper, grill, the valance, which is the bottom piece that holds the grill underneath. Bumper valance off. Now we're onto the fenders, radiator support, and we'll be taking all that apart and itemizing it, putting it away. Always make sure you're organized. But we got the fender. This one's all stripped down to nothing to get ready for media blasting. So that one's stripped down. I just got one more to go over there. Where's it at? Over there. That's the other fender we got. Front end off. Still got to take the radiator support off, but most of the front end's disassembled. These fenders will be ready for media blasting, and that's it. So all in all, this thing looks pretty good. Not too much corrosion, surface level corrosion in here, which usually these things are pretty rusted in this area right here on the bottom of the fender. The only thing I did see in these eyebrows up here, get some corrosion in here, and yeah, there's some old repair in there. I don't know if you can see in there, you can't really see, but it's kind of hard to see. But in there's a patch panel that's already been done, and they usually do corrode in here. They usually get dirt up in here and turns into mud, and it just sticks in there, and over time they end up rotting away this little eyebrow in here on these cars. And you can see right here, this thing focused, but if you get up close, there are some cracks right here in the filler. So we will be repairing. Well, this thing will be stripped down to bare metal, but you can see right here, there's a crack there, here, and here. So yeah, this thing does have a little bit of corrosion on it, but looks like somebody did a decent repair job on it. So we'll see when this thing gets media blasted how bad it actually is. So far so good, nothing too crazy, and yeah, I'm liking it. Always keep a running list of parts that you know you're going to need on these projects. It might sound like common sense, or it might sound like, yeah, duh, but when you're in the middle of disassembling one of these cars, and then you don't stop to write down what you need or things that you know you're going to need for sure. On this fifth wheel back here, I seen that the rear license plate light was broken. Wrote that down. I know for sure we're going to put an alternator on this thing. It had a generator and a power steering pump, because that stuff was mounted together on this car in particular. All the brackets for that. I'm going to put an HEI on it. It's all right here. Wiring harness, a new fuel pump because the fuel pump was out, a power booster for the brakes, a disc brake kit, a master cylinder. What else? I'm sure I'm forgetting a couple other things, but like I said, day 2, complete day here. And always keep a running list of everything you need and get this stuff ordered right away, so that you're not waiting for parts and just sitting around waiting for stuff. So pro tip, keep a running list of everything you need and get this stuff ordered fast. Get it in so you can keep moving on these big projects. These are big projects. They can be overwhelming, but if you keep a good list of stuff that you need and start ordering it, it won't be so hard later on. You're forgetting and what did I need? And oh yeah, I forgot, and waiting for stuff. So list.
So this fender is a lot cleaner than the other one. It's got some rust here, pretty much surface, a little bit more than surface rust, but other than that, this fender is really nice. So far this car is turning out to be really nice. There's nothing in here. Usually there's looks like a few weld spots, so there probably was a little bit of rust there, but other than that, this thing's pretty clean, which makes me really happy because it's not going to be as much work as, say, if it was super rusted or had a bunch of patchwork to do on the sheet metal. But yeah, pretty clean car. Happy about that.